the very first thing is the update from BlackRock Bitcoin ETF application. Now, this SEC have rejected all applications. You see, rejected all applications. That includes BlackRock's for the the ETF application filed this month. So BlackRock, for that matter, especially, they seldom face rejections by the SEC for its ETF application. It only happened once for them in 2014, and after that they have never failed, right? So this time they failed, so they added one more failure, in 2023. But the fact that BlackRock is actually applying it for it, that shows that there is something to it, because they are a very professional outfit together. Not only that, they are huge fun. Okay, now the reason cited by the SEC was applications are not clear enough. Okay, there are a few things that are not clear. Not applications, not clear enough. Okay, number one. So SEC further clarified that applications are not specific enough about how they will manage surveillance sharing scheme, which is mainly to deter fraud and manipulation during trading, clearing, and also customer identity. Okay. So the KYCs. So the thing is this. Okay. Now, when they rejected it, this is not something that's a surprise to us, right? So the moment they reject, then Bitcoin dropped 1,005 in an hour. Okay, but then Bitcoin somewhat recovered 50% of the drop on reports that BlackRock would continue to pursue on the matter. Now, what is actually causing that belief that BlackRock is actually going to pursue the matter? So this is very important. Yeah, this is very important. So the reports also cited the SEC rejection application in 2 weeks rather than taking usual 45 days is a positive sign, number one. Number two is showing that SEC is taking this more serious, because in the past it's like it's taking a long time, and then they tell people no. Not only that, the reason given this time suggests that SEC could actually approve Bitcoin ETF. In the past, the rejections were rejected based on fraud and market manipulation concerns. This time, however, rejection was based on insufficient information. Now, this time, that's why I said this time, it's a bit different than before. Okay, it is a big different than before. Okay, that is the thing right now that we see. So now, if the SEC tell the applicants what is missing, what is really missing over there, and they can fill in, the Bitcoin and the rest of the applicants can fill in and resubmit, then we will see our first wave of approvals. That's the difference. Okay, so in the past, it's just like not clear, they just reject, but they don't tell in detail which areas specifically. And then it's just like very vague. I don't think you fulfill the requirements, that's it. But this time they're very clear. Okay, I want this area is not clear. So if Bitcoin and if BlackRock and the rest, like Fidelity, all finally understand this, okay, this is what they want to see, this particular area, fill it, resubmit, I think we will finally see the first wave of approvals. And it's also can be because Gary Gensler right now is in a very hot seat. Okay, very hot seat. Now, if he continues to act the way he's acting, rejecting things that are not safe, it's fine by the SEC. But again, the SEC has to explain in detail, why am I rejecting you, but not give vague stuff, right? They have been doing it for the past 2 years. 2 years, all this nonsense been spewed out, and that has reached to a boiling point where you had a lot of this smart cryptocurrency companies actually said that I'm just fed up with the US. I'm leaving US, and it's causing a brain drain of tech moving out from the US. And if that continues, then it will be a big trouble, right? So that's the one of the reasons, I think the main reason why we did not see Bitcoin going down further after the initial drop. Now, would this continue? We shall see, because price action right now is still suggesting that, overall believe that, there may be more positive signs coming, and that's the reason why it prevented that drop. Now, not only they have recovered 50%, they have moved above that 50% mark already. So we shall see, okay? Now, next, I want to talk about the student loan relief plan, which is being tossed out, by the US Supreme Court. Now, President Biden introduced the student loan relief plan, and the US Supreme Court tossed it out to slash students' debt, which affected an estimated 40 million people. The plan would have forgiven up to US 20,000 of students' loan for individuals making less than US dollars 125,000 per annum, or a combined household income no more than 250,000 per annum. Now, Biden's interpretation of the HEROES Act of 2003, where he has the legal authority to waive the debt due to the pandemic, was deemed outside the scope of the HEROES Act. So the Supreme Court said that the HEROES Act does not establish statutory authority for blanket forgiveness. Okay, so tough luck. So it only allows to waive or modify existing statutory or regulatory provisions applicable to financial assistance program under the Education Act, but not, I repeat, but not cancel the student loan principle. Okay, so yeah, the thing is this is Biden's promise to the students if he were elected. He will do this. So is he going to continue? Think about this. Now, take note, the student loans payments are set to resume by the end of August 2023. Now, we have to take into consideration this financial impact on consumer spending once the loan resumes. Now, do take into consideration that if the Fed resumes its rate hike plans, this would undoubtedly add more financial burden to the consumers. This to me would be the true test of the US economy's revival. Not only that, but also to Biden's re-election chances. Now, Biden's polling is not so encouraging right now. So I think he will also find various ways to find, to get this student loan forgiveness thing to go on, but in a different way, another different way. So I don't think we're going to see the end of it. There will be some other ways. If not, I think his re-election chances are pretty slim. Okay, so with that, let's move on to the charts.